I'm Xavier Rousset, one of the owner and co-founder of 2850, which we're having a look in today. The idea is to go through tasting in general, how to taste wines. Obviously, we don't take it too seriously, but it's still a kind of a systematic approach to have in order to understand more and to learn about wine, because it could be quite complex. It's four key things: the look, the style or the color of the wine, then the smell gives you a lot of information. Obviously the tasting, we all like to taste the wine and it's very part of what it's all about. And then the last one is the conclusion. Obviously all those three information gives you a conclusion that, it's very personal, nobody's right, nobody's wrong, it's what you feel on the moment for this specific wine. So now we're going to taste three classic white varieties, starting from the lightest to the more powerful. I've chosen two French and a German for today. Now we're tasting a classic Sancerre. Everybody heard about Sancerre, classic name, appellation for the Loire in France, but the grape variety is Sauvignon Blanc. What Sauvignon Blanc needs is a cool climate. Cooler climate means lighter in color, brighter, more acidity, because it's all about the sunshine. So the riper the grape is, the more sun, obviously, the more sugar there is in the grape, but the less acid. This is really, it goes like this, yeah? You got high acid when it's unripe, let's say high acid when it's unripe, and then low sugar. What you want to be there. You don't want necessarily to have it unbalanced. You don't want too much sugar, therefore too much alcohol, and no acidity. You want it really balanced. And Sauvignon Blanc, it's got a lovely freshness, lovely acidity. You get on the nose, it's very aromatic, very open. Pink grapefruit, gooseberry, all those grassiness. We always mention that on the Sauvignon Blanc. 2012, and to me that sort of Sauvignon Blanc is meant to be drunk young. It shouldn't have much oak. Sauvignon Blanc and oak don't always do well together. It really kind of hide all the lovely aromatic flavors we love about Sauvignon Blanc. Lovely freshness, lovely acidity. Again, if you age it for too long, this acidity will drop. Backbone of the wine, really flat. And you have to end up cooking with it, not drinking it. Sauvignon Blanc, 95% of the time, drink it young. Second, which is, a classic for the trade, we all love Riesling. People think Riesling is sweet, and actually most of them aren't sweet. This, to me, is the best white variety in the world. This is from Germany, a great producer, 2004, bit of age. Riesling can age forever. Riesling as a grape is very aromatic, spicy, very pure, no oak, or if you do use oak, it's very old oak, so you don't notice the influence of oak. To me, the best example of Riesling is usually from Germany. They get slightly lower level of alcohol, but fantastic acidity. And really that keeps the wine so young for so long. And very tropical, a lot of fruit there, and very open, very open. This is great aperitif, also fantastic with some dishes. Obviously, you can't, the slight sweetness, you can't do well with all sort of dish. You have to be quite picky. But do not disregard Riesling. This is exceptional grape variety. And to me, like I said, top. Followed by, again, for my liking, Chardonnay. This is less difficult of grape variety to grow. It's plants almost everywhere in a cooler climate like Chablis or Champagne. It's a very cool climate, a lot of Chardonnay. Hotter climate like some part of France or Australia or Europe or California, you get Chardonnay. Chardonnay's got lovely minerality, very lemony, very honeyed, apple, and unless the other two, it's a grape variety that does extremely well with oak aging. And actually the best Chardonnays are oak aged. They're really world class. Oak aged is very settled. Again, you need to work it properly. Oak is salt and pepper to the chef. If you overdo it, too late. If you underdo it, something is missing. The oak will give slightly more vanilla, tropical coconut flavor, slightly sweet sometimes. The American oak or French oak, there's all sort of oak, and they all give you a different angle to the wine. A new oak will be a lot more powerful than old oak. It's got everything. It's got acidity, minerality, flintiness, the smokiness that oak age can bring that to the wine. And really this can go another 5 years easily, if not more. So we've got three classic white variety, different sort of obviously flavor profile, aromatic, fresh, Sauvignon Blanc, This is more of a medium dry Riesling, but some of the Riesling can be dry. And then the world-class Chardonnay, very well with oak, and really develop these lovely creamy mineral flavors. Temperature is also key at home. That's something it's easy to rectify. The cooler the temperature for white and red, the less flavors you're going to get out of the wine. For the white, the cooler you put the white, it needs to have more acidity. If you put a high acid or high acidity wine, Sauvignon type, warm, it really is painful. And if you put oak age, let's say Chardonnay, too cold, you shut all the flavors. You need to have the oak Chardonnay a bit warmer. So it's finding the right balance. But it's very key, temperature is key to enjoyment. If you follow those 4 steps, really it's 3 steps, and then the conclusion. First one is to look at the wine, give you a lot of information. Smelling, obviously, give you a lot of flavor profile and maturity stage of the wine. And then tasting always confirms what you've been smelling and looking at. So if you follow those 3 steps, your 4 steps will be a lot easier, more logic, and makes wine tasting pleasure as always, but a lot easier to understand.